Aloha! This video will go over modules and how to use them in the UH HPC environment. The computer nodes on the cluster run a minimal install of Linux. Software applications installed on the cluster are available to users through the use of the module command. There are two ways to search for modules: the module avail command and the module spider command. If you are new, I recommend using the module avail command to search, as it only lists the names of the modules. From the list of module names that match a search string, users can find the name that matches what they are looking for, and then run a module spider on the exact name for more details. You can also search with module spider, but it will generate a large entry for each module. In this example, I'm looking to load the Python module. First, I type module avail lang and hit enter. The first prefix to a module name is the module group label. In this case, lang contains all the language interpreters that can be loaded. I get a rather long list, but since I'm trying to load the base Python language module version 3.7.2, I can see that the lang/python/3.72-intel-2018.5.274 module is what I want. I can also see that on the right column, there's a D next to that module, which means it's the default module. So if I don't use the exact name and instead try to load the lang/python, it will load this module over the Python 2.7.15 modules. I can copy over the exact name and run the spider command on it. Now I get a more detailed entry on the module, including a description and a list of included extensions. Now that I know the exact name of the module, I can load it by entering the module load and pasting the exact name I copied earlier. An important argument to the module avail and spider command is --show_hidden. If you don't find what module you're looking for, make sure you attempt to use the --show_hidden argument before avail or spider. Here I use module --show_hidden --avail --python, and I get an even longer list. And on the right column, it shows an H for the modules that are hidden. This is especially useful when looking for specific older versions, modules compiled by specific compiler versions, or libraries. If I want to see a list of currently loaded modules, I enter module list. Here you can see 20 modules are currently loaded. These are all loaded as dependencies for the lang Python module I loaded earlier. To start from scratch, you can use the module purge to unload all modules. This is recommended to use before you load a list of modules for a job, because modules loaded on your login environment are carried over to your job environment. If you can't find an application as a module, you should attempt to build the application yourself or download the static binary to your home directory. Users can request to have a new module built, but we only do so if the application will be used by more than one person. Even if users are compiling their own binaries, common dependencies and compilers can be found in the modules. If you look at the end of each module name, you will notice that they have been appended with the compiler version they were built with. If you are using modules to install the dependencies for a build, the best practice is to load corresponding dependencies that have the same compiler version. If there's only a mix between Intel and GCC available, then loading the toolchain Intel modules are recommended. Here, there are two recommended Intel toolchains available, 2018 and 2019. You can use the module show command to see which GCC version comes with the Intel toolchain, as seen here. Now, those are the basics of using modules on the UH HPC. If you want to see how to submit jobs to the cluster, please see our next video on Slurm. Mahalo.